welcome back to Pet Talk from Pet Gazette, Asheville's pet community in print. You can read great information on pet care and pet fun, including in this issue a cover story on miniature horses at www.petgazetteasheville.com, and go and like us on our Facebook page too. If you have any questions about stuff you hear on the show, definitely send us an email at Pet Gazette Asheville, and we can talk to one of our experts and get your questions answered. This second half, we have with us one of our favorite people in Asheville, Denise Bitts, who is the executive director at Brother Wolf. And I am looking at the sweetest face and a little critter by the name of Lake, who is a very special dog. And I'm going to turn you over to Denise, and she's going to tell you all about him.
Lake is actually a female dog, Carol. I know it's hard to tell from looking at her face. But Lake is a wonderful shepherd-hound mix that is about 3 to 5 years old, and she has been in our facility for close to 2 years.
Is that a long time?
That is a very long time for a dog to stay with us. But since we are a no-kill, we offer the opportunity for the animal to stay as long as it takes to get them adopted. But to encourage somebody to take Lake home, she is a member of our Lifelong Friends program, which means that when somebody adopts her, her adoption fee is waived, and not only is her fee waived, but Brother Wolf will assume responsibility for her medical care for her entire life.
That's amazing.
Yes, we will do just about anything to get our wonderful critters into a home. So if you are interested in adopting Lake, just come down to Brother Wolf at 31 Glendale Avenue in Asheville, or call us at 828-808-9435. And we'd be happy to tell you about her.
That's wonderful. There's a little bit of a description on the piece of paper that I have here about Lake. Hey, sweetie. Hello, hello. Have you ever met a dog that can leap a building in a single bound? Well, that's what they're claiming, that she could be a stunt dog. So just be aware of that when you're thinking to yourself, oh, boy, I won't have to pay much to take care of this dog. But she needs some physical work and exercise and I guess a yard with a pretty high fence. Am I right about that?
Yeah. So what makes Lake a little bit of a challenge for us to get her adopted is that she needs to be probably the only dog in the house, and she is definitely very athletic. She can climb, she can jump. So either a very tall fence over 6 feet, or somebody that's going to commit to keeping her on a leash and running with her every day.
Wow. Okay. That is absolutely something to keep in mind about what is the right pet for the right person, so that in any situation, right? I mean, you have people coming into the shelter and just falling in love with a dog, and then it ends up coming back because it's not a good fit, and we wouldn't want that to happen, especially to Lake.
Right. We're all about matchmaking and trying to find the appropriate animal for the right home.
Exactly. And just in case you think all this running around means she's not very friendly, it says right here, and I can tell you what, this is true. I love to snuggle with my human. She is. She's a snuggle
She
buddy.
is super friendly with humans and would be a great companion for a family.
Okay. That's great to know. Critter Camp. What is Critter Camp?
Critter Camp has begun and it is full swing. It's for children of all ages who love animals and want to learn more about animal care, treating animals kindly, and be a part of our amazing week-long program. We still have some spots available for the different age groups, and when is an appropriate time for your child to go, just visit our website, which is bwar.org/CritterCamp.
Terrific. We hear about kids all the time who say, I love Pet Gazette. So we just know how much kids love their critters, and what you're doing is actually giving them some knowledge to go along with that love, which is that's a really good thing. So in addition to Critter Camp, we've got some other events coming up over the next little while that are fun for you and your family and your pet, and Jim's going to tell us about that, I think.
Right. There's 2 events today from 9 to 5. There's an adoption day at the WNC Pet Spa at 415 New Leicester or Leicester Highway, depending on who you ask.
Yes, if you're native or not. I know there's a big controversy about it.
There will be food and fun and rabies shots available. And again, that's at the WNC Pet Spa in New Leicester. There was also, from noon to 3, an Asheville Humane Society adoption event at the Ace Hardware in Weaverville on 61 Weaver Boulevard. And there you can meet and perhaps adopt some wonderful animal.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up at the Ag Center in Fletcher, there's a miniature horse show. That's from July 4th through the 6th. And that's for miniature horses up to 34 inches.
Uh-huh.
Bigger ones you'll have to see some other time, but the smaller ones you can see, again, from July 4th to 6th.
I know there's 2 different kinds of miniature horses, right?
Yes.
It's in the article that you prepared.
Yes, the up to 34 inches are controlled or registered by the American Miniature Horse Association, and from 34 to 38 inches are run by the American Miniature Horse Registry.
Ah, okay. All right.
Getting back to schedules, on Friday the 5th through Sunday the 7th, there's the Stars, Stripes, and Stangs National Mustang Car Show hosted by the Blue Ridge Mustang Club at the Crown Plaza Resort. And the beneficiaries include Animal Compassion Network and the Asheville Humane Society.
Newly formed, jointly together. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, starting Monday is the session 3 of the Critter Camp. And this session is for children entering grade 7 or above.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And that's the news.
Across the nation. Okay. We just want to remind you that we love having you here on Saturday mornings, sharing a cup of coffee with us or a can of Mountain Dew, whatever gets you going in the morning. And want to remind you to go on over to the website, which is www.petgazetteasheville.com. Send us your questions there about any kind of pet issues, whether it's nutrition or behavior or how to get matched up with a pet, and we will get those answers for you from the wonderful contributors to Pet Gazette in paper. If you're listening to this show in the area that WZGM covers, you may not have a paper copy of the paper, so go ahead online and you can read the whole thing there. You can just page through it. Send us your questions. We'll get you answers. And next week, we have a really, really interesting show that we're going to do celebrating the 4th of July. As in Asheville, you probably know that there is a Warrior Dogs unit that has been started by Shane Cox, and we're going to be visiting with Shane and his wonderful dog who rescued him and some of the other folks in this organization. So please be sure you tune in. And that would be 4th of July weekend. And just a reminder also, here on WZGM, we're here every Saturday morning from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. We would love to have you join us and hope that we will be with you next week. Jim, do you have anything else that you want to add for next week? Any little teasers? Denise will be back with us next week, right, Denise?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I have nothing to add.
Okay. That means that we're vamping here and trying to fill the last minute. So we're going to try to talk about miniature horses again, because this is like my favorite thing. I love these little guys. We were visiting up with Chris and Debbie in Leicester Highway, and they have a herd of these little guys up there. And if you've ever wanted a horse like I have, but you just, they're too big and too expensive, you got to take a look at these little guys. They are so much fun.
You could actually put one under the Christmas tree when the time comes.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be? I always wanted that when I was a little kid. Oh well, never got the pony. But you know what? This could be a possibility as soon as I talk Jim into letting us put one in the yard. So, okay, we're out for today. We will be here next Saturday morning and hope you will be too.